Special Olympics British Columbia Coach Diary with Dr. Laura Ferris. Coaching personality.
What is your coaching personality? Now that's an interesting question. What is a personality? Well, really what it's understanding is understanding how you respond in certain situations and what your tendencies are. So it's important to kind of reflect, what are my strengths in certain situations and what are my tendencies, especially under pressure? And that's the key, because pressure, we will resort to things that we are comfortable with and are familiar to us, but sometimes are not necessarily the best thing to do in those moments. As a coach, your athletes are always watching you, and so they're always kind of taking leads from you. So we have to be really mindful of how we are as a coach and what our tendencies are so that we know in certain situations maybe some things that we can do to kind of calm ourselves down, or in some situations increase our energy. I have a little quote for you here. The range of what we think and do is limited by what we fail to notice. And because we fail to notice that we fail to notice, there is little we can do to change until we notice how failing to notice shapes our thoughts and deeds. And what that means is that we have a lot of blind spots. And sometimes it's hard to know what you don't know. Sometimes people see things in us that we don't see in ourselves. And those people can be really valuable sources of information. They can tell us things about ourselves that we aren't even capable of seeing. So it's very important to be able to, when you're comfortable, is to seek feedback from people. What do you notice about me in that pressure situation there? What would you say my personality's like? Am I calm? Am I intense? Get some sense of what other people see you so that maybe you can better understand how you're responding in those situations. There's different types of coaches. We have the stabilizer coach. So this is the coach who sees and understands facts of the situations, needs evidence to change, likes the tried and true because numbers back it up, and keeps the ship on course. So everything is calm, everything is good. And that's good when things are good. But the tendency under pressure is for this type of coach can become very rigid and inflexible. So it's important to kind of understand the stabilizer can be good in some situations, but in under pressure you may become a little bit rigid. So if you recognize that, you can make some adjustments. Another type of style of coach, the troubleshooter coach. So this is a good observer of details and techniques, tries new things, and adopts new training approaches and enjoys making changes. So that's really great, very innovative. But what happens is under pressure, they may keep tinkering or fiddling or changing something at a point where you don't really want to be adjusting things in that way. So again, we need to understand our pressure and how we respond in those situations. So there's a description in your diary of the two other different types. Take a look at them. Where do you fit in? Where do you see yourself? You may be a complement of a few different types of coaches there. None of them may apply to you, but you should be able to recognize how you are, how you'd like to be in situations, and how maybe under pressure that may create a strength, may also be a little bit of a weakness.